Good morning, everybody. This is ZAJA with ZAJA Natural and the Beer Soap Company. And in this video, I will be showing you how I prepare my hemp milk with lye to make hemp soap. With my hemp soaps, I use 100% hemp milk, and I also use hemp oil. And you can catch a few videos of that in my feed. But anyways, here I am pouring some lye into the hemp milk. And what I like to do with my hemp milk is I freeze it in an ice cube mold. This is about probably 2 or 3 ice cube molds worth of hemp milk because I'm working with a larger batch. And I just pour a little bit at a time and I let the lye do its work, and the lye will eventually melt the milk down into liquid. You have to have a little bit of patience. I've actually noticed that it takes about 11 minutes or so for the amount of milk that I use to actually melt down. And the temperature actually stays pretty cool. This method keeps your milk from being scorched and turning a darker brown color than you might like. So, a little bit of patience is definitely needed when you're making any kind of milk soap. But freezing the milk beforehand is definitely a plus. Now, I don't always freeze all my liquids. Sometimes I will work with very, very cold milk and just wing it, but that usually gets too hot for me, and then I have to wait for it to cool down, and then I can't really get the colors that I want in my soap because the milk usually turns kind of like a bright orange. So freezing your milk is definitely a great idea. I don't freeze my beer for my beer soaps because I have a process that I've used and perfected over the years on how to actually add lye to my beer, and it works pretty well. But anyways, you can get hemp milk at any store, Target, Kroger, Publix, whatever local store is available. You can also make your own hemp milk by soaking the hemp seeds and squeezing it through a cheesecloth and making your own hemp milk from scratch, which is probably the best method because at least you know exactly what's in your milk. It should just be distilled water and the hemp seed juice, right? But my hemp milk I actually got from my local Kroger store, and I believe it was from Pacific Foods. And I try to find milk whenever I am using any milk. I try to find a milk that doesn't have a lot of additives. So as close to the original product as possible. And this, I actually planned to make this soap yesterday, and I forgot that we had a party to go to. One of our friend's daughters actually graduated from our local high school, and we had to cut the soap making day short. So this had kind of melted while I was getting ready, and I totally forgot. So I threw it back in the freezer, got ready, and we went to party. And when we got home last night, I was a little too tired to make soap. So that's where those big blocks are from. That looks like they're 4 or 5 ice cubes melted together. But yeah, it won't affect the batch at all. And like I said, patience. So we're just going to sit here and watch this melt. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. I usually respond to any questions or comments that I get pretty fast. So let's just watch the process. So right about now it's melting really nicely, and probably have about 5 or 6 more minutes before it's fully melted. And you want to make sure that all the lye is incorporated. You definitely want to scrape down the sides as you're going, because sometimes little lye crystals will get stuck on the side, and just work with it. And so yeah, let's just keep watching. If you're still here, I thank you. I really enjoy it when people actually watch the videos all the way through. But yeah, it's almost ready. Probably have a few more minutes, and that's just basically it. You know, you just have to have patience when you're working with milk. And I'm going to check the temperature on this, and I'm guessing it's probably about 40 degrees. I will heat up just a little bit as it sits while I'm preparing my oils, which I actually have already prepared my oils for this batch, but it will heat up just a little bit to maybe around 60 degrees. It doesn't get really, really hot like a typical lye and water mixture. So it's pretty much ready to use at this point. And I will be making a recipe that has a lot of hemp oil in it, and it's an organic oil that I get from Soaper's Choice. And it has the most beautiful green color naturally. It does have a very potent aroma. So that video will be next. I am going to figure out how to add a link to that into this video maybe, but I'm still learning this whole video editing process with this new program, Filmora 9, that I'm using. But anywho, we're almost there. We have these little resistant chunks, and that's it basically. You know, if you decide to make hemp milk, I hope the best for you. It is such a great soap to use in the finished product, and definitely adding some hemp seed oil is a plus too. It makes a very, very creamy bar that's very nourishing to the skin. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Ugh, I can't talk today. And check my other videos out, and I'll see you soon.